What's up guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining. So as you can see, I use my garage as my studio for now, and I have a lot of important and expensive tech in there. So I wanted to add a little device that's gonna make me feel a little bit more secure about having all my expensive stuff inside of my garage. All right, so let's get to it. All right guys, so that little device is going to be a smart lock. Here I have the WYZE SmartLock. That's what it looks like. And the WYZE keypad. And we're gonna install this on a door here that I have in the garage so I can feel a little bit more secure about all my gear and equipment that's in here. And now, according to WYZE, this should take about 5 to 10 minutes to install. All you need is a Phillips head screwdriver and you are good to go. So let's head over to that door and let's get this installed. All right guys, so the first step here is to plug in the WYZE lock-in gateway. Next, you want to remove the old deadbolt and replace it with the WYZE lock faceplate. Once the faceplate is mounted in the box, you get these color-coded screws. Mine was orange, that's the one I had to use to fit my actual lock. Once that's plugged in, you should be able to just slap on the WYZE lock. It's pretty seamless. It might give some trouble, but once it's in there, and you should be good to go for that part. Next, you just pull off that faceplate. It's magnetic, and there's 2 small screws on the inside. So what you want to do is screw those on just so that the lock itself could be mounted properly and it can be very steady. Once it's mounted, you pop in the batteries. Once the batteries are in, you should get a green light showing that it's ready to go. And then you pop back in that magnetic faceplate and we're on to the next steps. All right guys, so now that you have both the WYZE gateway plugged in and you have installed the WYZE lock itself, now let's go to the App Store, download the WYZE app, create an account, and we'll go through the process of setting it up in the app and connecting both of those devices together. All right, so once you download the app and created your account, you'll come to your WYZE home screen. So we're just going to add a new device. The first device that we want to add is the WYZE lock gateway. And we go through some basic instructions here. It's already plugged in for us, so we can just click on next. So it is flashing red and blue. Now it's going to search for my gateway, found the gateway. We'll just click on that. The gateway is going to connect to the WYZE app itself. All right, so once the WYZE app finds the lock gateway, it'll ask you to enter in your Wi-Fi password. And once you put that in, then it should connect to the gateway. Okay, great. So WYZE was able to detect my gateway and it successfully connected to my Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to name it whatever I want to call it. I'm going to just do the suggestions here. Click on lock gateway, hit save. Okay, so now it's going to ask us to set up the WYZE lock. We already have that plugged in, so we're going to click begin setup now. So as you can see, these are all of the things that came in the box. We've already done the installation. You can click on skip installation guide if you want to go ahead and bypass this installation guide. But if you haven't already installed the WYZE lock, I would suggest going through this guide. It'll give you detailed instructions on how to do so. So I have to press and hold the pair button for 3 seconds. It's actually on the lock right there. So I'm gonna run over and let's do that right now. Okay, so I pressed the pair button and I can click on next here. Now WYZE app is going to search for the lock itself. And that's pretty much it. Now the app recognizes that there's a WYZE lock installed. So we're just going to click on calibrate here. You can go through the steps of calibrating. It's going to ask you to open up the door, open up the lock a few times just so we can calibrate it and get an idea of where the door is positioned properly. I'm not going to go through that right now, but that's pretty much the end of the installation on the app itself. All right guys, so once you finish the calibration process, you're going to come to a screen where you have to choose a name for the lock itself. Here I have mine on my garage door, so I'm just going to call it garage door and hit save. So here on the next screen, you're going to get the option to set up the WYZE keypad, which I have right here. I'm going to go through the process right now and I'm going to click begin setup. I'm not going to install this, so I'm just going to hold it right here, and I guess we can go through the setup right here. So I'll skip the installation guide, and we're just going to go through the setup itself. So we're going to press and hold this lock button until we get a flashing green light, which we just did. Now it's in pairing mode. Hit next. So on this screen, the WYZE lock itself is going to connect to the WYZE keypad. You create a 4-digit code, I'm just gonna go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Not so secure, but I'm just doing it for testing purposes. Hit next, and there we go. That should be it. And now I can actually test this. So as you can see here on my screen, garage door is locked. I'm just gonna test it really quick with the keypad. 1, 2, 3, 4, unlock. So my door unlocked. I could see here on the app that my door was also unlocked. So the WYZE lock is packed with a few other features that I really like. Let's go through the app quickly and you can see those features in action. So let's go into settings and look at some of those features and see what they can do. So the auto lock feature, what that is, it basically activates the WYZE lock to know that the door is locked to automatically lock the door. Now, some people may want to turn that feature off or change the time of when the auto lock activates. I'd like to set this to 1 minute. Sometimes, you know, you'll open up your door just to get some fresh air, or you're just gonna take out the garbage, even though there's a trash mode. I haven't tested that yet, so I'm not gonna vouch for its accuracy. But I'll set this auto lock feature to 1 minute just so if I leave the door pulled in, it doesn't lock me out right away. Another feature here on the WYZE lock is the auto unlock feature. Now the auto lock feature uses geofencing, so it uses your positioning as to where the lock is. And if you're about 10, 20 feet away from the lock, it'll auto unlock because it knows that you're close by. Now that might cause a security concern because you may not want to open up your door. For instance, I can be in my driveway, it'll detect that I'm close by and it'll auto unlock the door. Not something I want, so I turned this feature off. I don't want to have that door automatically unlocked. I have the keypad here, the PIN code, so if I'm close by and I don't have my phone with me or something like that, I can just use the PIN code and I can get in. Alright guys, so that's my setup and install of the WYZE lock. As you can see, it was very easy. It didn't take that long, 10 minutes at most, to do both the physical setup and the app installation and connecting the devices to the app. Alright, so I know you're wondering how much it cost. This probably is the cheapest smart lock in its class. It's $100 and it comes with the keypad, which most smart locks don't come with. Now, it may not be the best build, may not be the best quality, but I think for $99 it does its job. It works most of the times, if not all. I haven't had any issues unlocking or locking the door as of yet. I've read some reviews where a couple people had some issues unlocking and locking. Sometimes it would think that the door is locked and it wasn't, or it would think that the door is closed and it would try to lock, but that wasn't the case. I haven't had any issues yet, but if I do find any issues with the WYZE lock, I'll definitely let you guys know about those. So I've just decided that this is gonna be a free giveaway video. Again, if you like the video and if you wanna get your hands on this WYZE Smart Lock, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll choose a winner to get this WYZE Smart Lock. All right guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.